It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It's Friday,
Whoop, whoop.
August 23rd, 2019.
This has been like a weird week. I'm ready for today.
Been like Wednesday on Tuesday and Tuesday on Thursday.
We just had a lot of weird things going on, a lot of new stuff, and it just kind of been kind of a hectic week.
Yep.
So
but Friday is here. The weekend is here.
I'm happy.
You got big plans for the weekend?
OFA is doing their
you got
scrimmage
your
jamborees game,
wow.
so I'm going to help them get that going.
Good.
And for those that, I will go ahead and announce it now since we brought it up, but for those that don't have anything to do, you want to watch some little kids play football, we got 3rd and 4th graders on one league and then 5th and 6th on the other. We're playing on Balmer Field.
Starting at 9 tomorrow.
Which
is
will be
that Golden Voice going to be announcing?
Possibly. Here's the thing, though, because we filmed and broadcast on Facebook the first Mountain Home game of the season. It was a scrimmage against Highland. Yeah. They played half, and then JV played it the half.
Good.
It was kind of weird because, for those that don't know, the press box got hit by lightning. Actually, the stands got hit by lightning. It traveled through the ground, blew all the power to the press box.
That happens down there quite a bit.
Right now, currently, there's no scoreboard, no PA, no. We had to haul generators in for us to film, and then
wow.
So it'll be
that lightning the other night was so wild. I mean, just
it was.
Oh man,
it was. I'll give you that.
Anyway, welcome Down on the Corner program this morning. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis, and it's brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee. And I'm starting to run a little bit low over here, so I'm
already.
Yeah. Well, I've been here since about 6:20.
That's only cup 3. Realizing you have a problem is
anyway,
the first step.
Check out. There are 3 locations. You got Balmer Boulevard, where it's going to be busy starting right now, 7:02 in the morning. 62 East Plaza, and then Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby. The best coffee in town. Brood Awakening. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water, right?
You always come by here and get the maximum strength version.
Yeah, we've got the adult dose.
Don't be looking what I'm drinking.
I want to know if you referred back to Smart Water.
No, that didn't work. I paid a lot of money for water, and it didn't have 1 ounce of help.
No
to
PhD
me.
in that bottle.
Yeah, the Smart Water does not. No, I'm on my Sprite kick this morning. So.
Smart guy.
Got a little bit of bubbles.
Oh, Brood Awakening Coffee. They have everything you can imagine in the blend of coffee. So check them out. 3 locations will serve you Brood Awakening Coffee. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state to serve you. 1 in Memphis, Tennessee, right here in Mountain Home. Talk to Brad, Chris, Charlotte, Bruce. They'll guide you in the right direction. If you're pre-planning, you have an emergency situation, non-emergency situation, whatever it may be, talk to them. They know what to do, and they can make a very sad situation a lot better for you. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. I mean, very professional folks. When Brad's doing the show and stuff, and of course Charlotte and Bruce were here about 2 or 3 months ago. Very impressed, and bumped into Chris at another service one time, and just extremely professional, and they can handle it. So,
do you want to know the difference of Roller Funeral Home? Just go over there and talk to them.
Yeah,
that's all you got to do. You'll figure out where their heart is.
That's right. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, today as we discuss an unborn baby's right to life, help us to instill in minds that the unborn child with a heartbeat is a living person. In the Holy Scriptures, Luke chapter 1, Elizabeth was 6 months pregnant when Mary announced her pregnancy, and Scripture says about Elizabeth, the baby leaped in her womb. Not the fetus or group of cells, the baby. How can we as a civilized people destroy the unborn of our own people, yet we treat dogs and cats better than that? Lord, my prayer today is you help us to educate properly the next generation on the truth of abortion, protect our unborn our children, and heal our nation. It's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now,
here it comes.
da, da, da,
What was that first note there?
da.
Low, flat.
Yeah, that just tells the
Find
week
that
I've
one on
had.
the keyboard, will you?
Ah,
Tune that sucker. Ding, ding, ding.
the weather. We're gonna bypass this.
You remember,
I'm gonna get me a kazoo. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do that with a kazoo.
There's a Charlie Brown cartoon. I don't remember what it was, but Schroeder's playing that piano. You know, he's got the little piano. He's got all this grand piano classic stuff, and Lucy's leaning on back, trying to get him to play something. And he goes all through this classical stuff, and then all of a sudden it's ding, 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 ding. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
That's how that first note. that first note.
You ever watched Dumb and Dumber, any of their stuff?
No.
They had a scene where they said, you want to hear the worst noise in the world? And he'd made this sound that was just, that was it. That was my first note.
You ever heard Yoko Ono sing?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep that in mind. There are things a little bit different.
And we bring you the weather.
Century 21 Lee Mack Real Estate, Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team. For all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793, retireToArkansas.net. It's time to take a look at the live shot at the, hey, no fall.
Ooh, that's pretty.
The bridge to your left, you see the river coming in around Cotter, Arkansas. Mountain Home will be on the right-hand side of the screen at the horizon.
We haven't showed the still picture in a little bit. Let me
Well,
show
why
a
don't you do that?
daytime still picture so people kind of get where things, from where we're looking at there on Cotter. We're up on the bluff overlooking the city of Cotter. You can see the baseball field down there and then the horizon.
Now let's add
Missouri
the trees.
Now
we come to summertime.
ta-da!
There you go.
Got a little bit of fog on the river. It's kind of
little
pretty. Not enough to
You see
really
a little bit of
affect
the clouds.
anything.
You'll see the clouds on the radar here in a bit, but the city of Cotter, like Scooter said, the clearing, there's the baseball field, the Railroad Museum down there, down by Big Spring Park.
Hey, this is a good webcam to go to when the weather's bad and you got lightning and stuff.
Man, did you see
Bring
that?
this up, and it is just amazing to watch
Yeah.
it from up there.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Live shot of the White River brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. For all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793, retireToArkansas.net. I invite you to check out the webpage, and if you're looking to retire pretty soon, maybe next year or 2 years from now, now's the time to go to retireToArkansas.net and see what kind of properties they have listed both in Arkansas and Missouri. The Z Team, they can help you in both states, Arkansas, Missouri, buying, selling, need some property, 870-405-0793, retireToArkansas.net. 70 in Mountain Home this morning, 71 at Flippin, 68 though in Harrison, 71 in Yellville and Salem, 70 in Calico Rock and Mountain View, 69 in St. Louis, Poplar Bluff at 72, West Plains at 71, 68 at Branson, and 64, look at this, in Watford City, North Dakota. Summer has re-arrived in Watford City.
Just for a day.
Just for a day. On the radar, we got some stuff coming through Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas. So
Looks like we're going to get some rain.
looks like we're going to get some here this time, folks. It's stretching all the way back up into New England, across New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, Southern Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Missouri. Blah, blah, blah. Here it is. All right, take a look at the Little Rock stop real quick. Northwest Arkansas getting some stuff. I don't know if I can put that in motion because somebody blocked the Adobe player. How do you block an Adobe player?
It's your computer. I don't know.
My phone just went ding. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I
The
heard
biscuits
your,
are done.
I heard your phone go off. You know, we're on live TV,
Oh,
right?
we are? Really?
Yes.
When did that happen?
And your phone's over there going bing, bing. It's like
And the microphone's 3
whoever
feet.
texts you doesn't know you're live on TV right now.
Hey, Bruce Emerson, we're live on TV. Right?
Is that Bruce?
Say hi to Bruce.
Oh, hi, Bruce. We're live, Bruce. Oh, Bruce probably texts you thinking you had it on vibrate or something that you wouldn't have it
No,
dinging.
Bruce text me,
but-
say turn your phone off so it don't go ding when I text you.
Thank you, Bruce.
Little Rock radar stuff. We got shower activity on I-49 from Fort Smith to Fayetteville, on Highway 62, 412. Springdale, Fayetteville, back towards Mountain Home. Rain coming into Boone, Marion, Baxter County. You can see it up around West Plains, Missouri. A little bit to the west of Little Rock. So Interstate 30 is not too bad right now. Interstate 40 east towards Memphis. Interstate 40 west towards Fort Smith from Little Rock. That's where you're going to start hitting some showers around Atkins or so. And it looks like it's going to be a rainy morning.
It's going to be
probably a rainy weekend.
here shortly.
And we'll back this out and we'll go
I do have one thing to say to Bruce. I know you're watching, Bruce. If you could call at about 6:50 and remind him to turn his phone off before the show begins, every morning would be great.
Oh, okay.
All right, now you can continue on with the weather.
The St. Louis radar stop is not working. We may go back and check Paducah, Kentucky, check around Poplar Bluff. But this is the rain we have right now in Arkansas. Fort Smith to Fayetteville, all the way back up to Joplin. Tulsa, Oklahoma, I-44, Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, Lebanon, all with scattered showers throughout there, that region there. A lot of rain in North Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas. I-70, Kansas City towards Columbia, in good shape there. But I-44, if you're going from Joplin, Springfield, Lebanon, you're going to be hitting a lot of rain. I'm going to back this out now. We'll go hit the Paducah stop. So you can see southeast Missouri, Poplar Bluff, Van Buren, Missouri, Mountain View, Missouri. It's basically all along the Arkansas-Missouri line. This stretches all the way over to Jackson, Tennessee on I-40. Dyersburg, Tennessee on Interstate 155, Highway 51 going back up into Kentucky. Southern Illinois, Carbondale, Illinois, I-24 and 57 getting some shower activity right now. But St. Louis right now, nothing going on there. I-70 east of St. Louis and towards Vandalia, Effingham. I-64 from East St. Louis, Illinois, all the way over to Mount Vernon is clear until you get past Mount Vernon and over around Evansville, Indiana on I-64 is where you pick up those showers. You ever been on I-64 around Evansville, Indiana?
Nope.
Pretty country. Yeah, not bad. Lots of farms over there. We have a flash flood advisory, watches and warnings in Arkansas and Oklahoma, southern Missouri, and northeast Arkansas right now. Flash flood warning. 2 counties here in, I'm going to hit Missouri and see, that looks like Butler County right there. Yeah, Poplar Bluff, Butler County, and that would be, Donovan would be, Ripley County. So Ripley and Butler counties in Missouri, and then east of Poplar Bluff, just south of Sykeston. So if you're traveling over in that part of the country, beware. Then in northwest Arkansas, flash flood advisory there. Forecast for today, 90% chance of showers. It drops to a 60% this afternoon, 40% chance tonight, high of 80 degrees today. Saturday, 50% chance of showers, high of 79, low of 66. 30% on Saturday night, 50% on Sunday. Drops to a 30% chance Sunday night, and Monday continues through Monday with a 40% chance, high of 85 on Monday, low of 69 on Monday night, 82 on Tuesday.
Can I give the bad news to Bob Rechtenwald? Bob, you will not be mowing this week.
Oh, sling some water. You're going to get a nice little ding on your phone here in a minute.
I got mine on vibrate. I'm all right with that.
I drive Arkansas. We have an accident, looks like, on I-49. Exit 85 northbound inside left shoulder lane. Motor vehicle accident. So if you're traveling I-49 listening to the audio of the program, there's an accident over there. Other than that, we have the continuation of some construction after the flooding in the spring and early summer. Be sure to check iDrive Arkansas before you travel. You can check Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Missouri. And we're checking Missouri right now. I don't see any indications.
Boy, it's cleaned up a bunch.
Well, it has. Even I-29 up here looks good. Southern Missouri, they're still working on Highway 142 from Bakersfield over to Thayer and Mammoth Springs area, all the way over to Donovan. Highway 67 in good shape over there. I-55 going into St. Louis on state of Missouri. Allergy sufferers celebrate today. 3.7 low, medium, ragweed, chinnopods, and nettle are your culprits today. And so
probably going to be down most of the week with all this rain.
With all this rain, going to keep it washed out, yeah. All right, the morning weather is brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Of course, Bob will be here on Monday with This Week in Real Estate, and looking forward to that. So be sure to check out the website, retiretoarkansas.net. Check out all the properties they have listed, and they have some outstanding pictures, and I mean, just the website's just phenomenal. So check it out, retiretoarkansas.net. The Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, 870-405-0793. How's that?
There you go.
Community calendar brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best breakfast and lunch in town, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11.
It's Friday. It's steak day.
Steak day.
We got marinated sirloin steak you can cut with a butter knife, eggs, hash browns, biscuit and gravy or toast, all for just $8.88. It's a great meal. If you haven't had our steak, it's really, really good.
Oh, it's excellent. Yeah, we had it when Chief Justice Dan Kemp was here.
Yeah.
And Justice Womack, Associate Justice Womack from Supreme Court, went over there, and the price is outstanding. I mean, you get all of that for that price? Come on, you know.
It's a great deal.
Yeah.
And for lunch, pulled pork barbecue sandwiches. Come with the order fries, $6.88.
Really?
It will be really,
really
good.
Oh, that's
something a little different. We hadn't run them in a while, so we figured we'd do the pulled pork barbecue sandwich. So for lunch, stop on by. It's only $6.88. Or just stop by and grab a cup of coffee or a slice of pie or something. Just relax a little bit.
Have some fun.
Get to know your neighbors.
You bet. The VFW 5742 at Cotter Yard Sale and Bake Sale at 1779 Harding Boulevard is tomorrow. And it's from 8 to 5. Get your table for $10. 2 tables. Get your table for $10. Second table for $5, so $15 for 2. Outside space, 10 by 10, area for 20. No guns, no alcohol. Taste of St. Andrews in Mountain Home, August 23rd from 5 to 7. A perfect pairing of appetizers, selective tastes, and selected taste of wine. Wonderful hors d'oeuvres, fundraiser to benefit Kindness Incorporated, Friday, August 23rd from 5 to 7. St. Andrews is back over here on Coley, I think. Just before you get to Highway 201. There is 511 Coley Drive. Tickets are $20. For more information, call 425-6475. The Elks Lodge Dinner and Dance.
Dinner and dance.
Yep. I scrolled down and I scrolled up instead of going down. So let's try this again. The Elks Lodge Dinner and Dance is tomorrow from 5 to 10. Open to the public to allow our community to come and see what the Elks Lodge has to offer. Dinner choices are prime rib, half a Cornish hen, or salmon steak. That'd be good. DJ playing music from 50s, 60s, and 70s. Takes place on August 23rd. Dinner from 5 to 8. Dancing from 7 to 10. Call 425-3266 for reservations.
You had me at prime rib.
Ooh, sounds good. The Elks does a great job.
Oh, their food is excellent.
Yeah, they do. All right, community calendar brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best breakfast, best lunch in town. Monday through Friday, 7 to 2. Saturday till 11.
All right.
Anything else? Jamboree tomorrow, 9 to 3.
Jamboree tomorrow for youth football. Anybody's invited. Doesn't cost anything to get in. Stop by and just watch some kids play ball.
Sounds good. Coming up, Baxter County Right to Life. Stick around. I need some coffee. Be right back.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
why would I recommend Hospice the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
No, I'm not ready, but you come back anyway.
Are you ready? We're coming back. I shouldn't have asked. I just said, all right, here we go. No.
We want to welcome Issa and Ivy from Baxter County Right to Life, and welcome. It's good to have you all here, and quite privileged to talk about this. First of all, I want to join Baxter County Right to Life, so there's my membership card and check. How's that? So, where do we start?
Well, first of all, Ivy is actually from Informed Choices Women's Center of the Ozarks.
Is that on 3rd Street?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, which is just a wonderful, wonderful, I mean, when you talk about Right to Life in Baxter County, I feel like although the Women's Center is not political, they're not formally affiliated with us or anything like that. We are entirely the political end of things. Obviously, we support them, and we've been wanting to work together. They're under new leadership now, so we've been wanting to work together to see how we can support them, how we can, you know, come together with the common cause we have for life. So, disclaimer, you know, Ivy is not here representing any political views or anything like that, and Baxter County Right to Life is also nonpartisan, but obviously we have a big common passion for life, and we love what they're doing over there.
So, this whole issue of right to life can be so controversial, and it has become political, you know, in both parties, all three, however many parties there are now. So, we boil it down to education and being informed. So, why don't we start there? And when you have a young lady that's considering abortion, what do you do? What's step one?
Well, I mean, like you said, if we go back before the young woman, even, I think you hit it on the head with education. I mean, we live in an era where we have cutting-edge ultrasound technology. We know, you know, much of the world relies on science to get their information. Science affirms that is a human, that is a living human. We go back, you know, they try to move the goalpost as far as when that's a life. And we've moved so far away from any sense of absolute morality that they try to move the goalposts with science as far as, oh, well, it's not quite a baby at this point. But at the same time, when we know more about life in the womb than we've ever known, we are also trying to move the moral goalposts as far as when it is okay to terminate that life. And that's a really horrifying thing, but it is so condoned in our culture right now that women don't understand that this is wrong. This is definitively wrong. If you believe it's wrong to end a human life, it's wrong to end what we know is a human life in the womb. You know, we're not even talking about 6 weeks when it really may look like a clump of cells. Like, obviously, I believe that's wrong too. But when you look at, you know, New York, is it Illinois, these states that Virginia almost did
birth.
Yeah, that's clearly a baby. So we're not talking about whether or not this is a human life anymore. We are talking about ending human life and trying to enshrine that in the law. So when you have young women that are being raised up to think this is okay and they get pregnant, they're not going to have a second thought before, because everybody around them is telling them it's perfectly fine to end that human life. But we know that a lot of women, and this is something that the Women's Center is looking to address, which I think is wonderful, a lot of women, it's not so simple. They might go through that and they might terminate that life, but it doesn't end there for them.
No.
You know, and so women need support when they're in that stage. They need to understand that, yes, it's hard either way, but if you do the right thing and you go through and you carry that child and you allow that life to come into the world, you know, there are people that are there for you. There are people that are going to support you. No one's going to shame you. You know, you can do it. You know, it's hard either way. Choose the hard way that is the right thing to do.
Wow. So, that used to be called Pregnancy Resource Center. Now,
Correct.
And what's the correct name now?
Informed Choices Women's Center of the Ozarks.
So, how do you counsel young women? I mean, I'm in the dark. I'm you know, I've got 4 boys. You know,
you should have come to our open house. We had a meet and greet
really?
Just recently.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know.
But I want to start with saying that the whole premise and foundation is biblical principle and gospel in
basis,
everything.
Yeah.
Yes,
right.
basis. So the woman or girl or man who crosses our threshold will be presented with the gospel at some point.
Oh, good.
And one of the things that we instill in our volunteers and staff is we want those clients to see Jesus when they look at us. We want
Which
them
is a
to,
loving, caring, forgiving
yes,
spirit.
Compassionate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
and we're going to counsel those girls. You may see this as a crisis. We're going to show you the wiggle room where this is not necessarily a crisis. It's a matter of perspective. And when you look at it from God's point of view, He doesn't make mistakes.
Right.
You might not have planned this, but this life is God-given. And when we do have free of charge services, and one of them is an limited ultrasound. And you can actually see the baby's heartbeat in 18 days.
In 18 days?
Yes. Yes. So that's what, that's less than a month. That's half a month, basically.
Wow.
So.
Which means there's blood moving through the brain.
Which means.
That's a viable.
Most of the time, we like to have the girls do an ultrasound at about 8 weeks. And I've been there, set in on those ultrasounds where the baby looks like they're saying, "Hello, Mom."
Wow.
They're moving, waving. You cannot leave thinking that is just a lump of cells or flesh. You know that's a baby. So also we're taking the next step to have our ultrasound machine geared up to hear the heartbeat. So that's a second way that it's instilled in them. Whoa, I saw the heartbeat and I'm hearing the heartbeat. This is not something other than a baby.
Where there's a heartbeat, there's blood moving, there's oxygen to the brain, kidneys, liver, pancreas, the organs. They're already being developed. They may not be fully developed, but they're being developed in that process.
Mm-hmm. At the point where a baby looks like a clump of cells is very, very short period of time. That's why it's so
from the point of being conceived until
yeah.
about the 8-week time till the heart
Yeah, and we can't move, like I said, we can't move that goalpost and say, well, in this tiny little window, it's not human, so I just think there's that debate, but the safest option, let's go with that's alive, because, it's a multi-celled organism right away. It needs 2 cells. Like that, obviously that's alive right away, and the more we try to muddy the waters, the more morally problematic it gets.
Well, in the old days, husband and wife, she's expecting, we're going to have a baby. She's pregnant, there's a clump of cells right now.
Yeah.
You never heard that.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just, we're going to have a child in whatever month,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And normally by the time that you're pregnant, it's fully, it's clearly a human life.
How it was intended to be according to scriptures.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and take the 7:30 break just a couple seconds early, then we'll come back in and visit more with Right to Life. Be right back.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
.732, Ivy and Issa, I can't talk today. Ivy and Issa are here. Issa's from Baxter Right to Life, and I'll have to get the name right again, on Informed Choices Women's
Center of the Ozarks.
Of the Ozarks.
Yes.
By the time the show's over, I'll have it memorized. Okay, I've got to open up this can of worms because we talk about women's health. What's lacking here is man's responsibility. Because I've said it on this show, the girl's not pregnant because somebody hit her with a snowball in January.
Yep.
So we never hear, where's the man's responsibility here?
Mm-hmm.
You know, was this a one-night stand? I mean, what's going on here? We're takes two to tango, folks.
It does. That's true. And one of the things at the center that we're so pleased about seeing is, everyone knows what a twofer is, right? You buy one, you get the other for free. When that mother comes in expecting her baby and she gives her life to the Lord, she accepts him as her Lord and Savior, he gets a twofer. Mm-hmm. He gets the mother and the baby. But I can't tell you how much more he gets in so many ways, because if that father is in the picture, usually on the second time she's coming back to the center, he's with her. They have the motivation there is to earn mommy and daddy bucks. But so many of them, I mean, a year later, within a year, they're married and they're raising a family together.
Oh, it should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's because the gospel is presented to them.
Good. Plain and simple. I mean, plain and simple.
It's plain and simple, but it's a process. It's a process, but it works. Mm-hmm. We have such a high success rate, and it's just so thrilling and fabulous feeling to know that if you were to go to a family reunion and see all the people there and think about, well, if that person did not choose life, what would that family reunion look like?
Mm-hmm.
So he gets way more than just two. Usually the mother is very influential in the family, and she's going to win the family to the Lord.
Wow. You know, this is an aspect that a lot of people don't think about. Well, that's too religious. Folks, plain and simple, that's how it is.
You know, I used to work in a law office for prosecuting attorneys, and the sheriff would come in a lot. And he said, when we hear that the perpetrator is going to rehab, but it's not a faith-based program, we'll see him again.
Oh, yeah.
But the faith-based programs work.
Are we reaping the benefits of the Woodstock generation 50 years ago?
I would say so.
Yes.
So I grew up in San Francisco, like in the Haight, which is kind of where that
the Summer of
ground
Love.
zero, for all of that.
1967.
And I was raised with a very, worldly, atheistic worldview. And I think there are a lot of wonderful things that can happen when people think about women's rights, treating women fairly. I don't think that we've done it perfect throughout history just because maybe we used to have more Judeo-Christian values. But that being said, most, especially today's mainstream progressive feminism, is so bad for both men and women. It lets men off the hook because it's this idea that a pregnancy is just an inconvenience. But when our country was influenced by Judeo-Christian values, our country was influenced by the moral zeitgeist that's it's important for children to be raised in a family and for men and women to be faithful to each other. We had stronger families because when there is no other option, then you raise that child, and society's going to shame you into being there. Like a shotgun wedding, as silly as it is, but like everyone around you is, instead of that young woman being told it's perfectly fine to dispose of that baby, every man around the young man is saying, you marry that woman and you take care of that baby. We don't see that anymore. Young men aren't being encouraged that when you grow up and have a career, it's not to be the next LeBron James, it's you have a career so you can raise a family, so that if you are spreading your wild oats, you can take care of what grows out of that.
So how did you become so pro-life from a city that's so anti-pro?
Oh, Jesus, really? Yeah. I mean, I will say Baxter County Right to Life, we're open to atheists that are pro-life. Anybody's pro-life. We're not a religious organization. Me personally, I'm a very devout Christian, and I will be honest that when I always believed in the woman's right to life because I was told that every school of thought has its own morality, and I was told that it's moral to support a woman's right to choose. But I always thought I would never be able to do it. It seemed like, and I just think God designs women that way. Of course, everybody's different, but I just had a sense that it would be a horrible feeling to end a human life inside of me, and I never really thought it through much. But when I met people with different worldviews and I came to know the Lord, it wasn't long before I realized there's no justifying that. If I think it's wrong, it's wrong. There are a lot of people, pro-choice people out there who say, oh, I would never do it. Well, then you think it's wrong. If you couldn't do it, you obviously think it's wrong, and all you do is support other people doing something that you think is wrong. So I think when I came to know the Lord and learned that we are made in God's image, that's when it really hit me that this is just plain wrong. There's no wishy-washiness about it. It's not a personal choice or preference.
Yeah, we can get in more trouble by harming a pregnant dog than we can a human.
Yeah, well, in New York, they've made it illegal to declaw cats.
Yeah.
But you can end a human life up until birth, basically. So it just
makes you wonder.
Yeah.
Twisted double standard. And in some states, if you were to kill a pregnant woman, you would be charged with
two murders. Florida's that way.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Like, is the sound of my ears? Am I hearing this stuff right? It's just, I don't know, because all through that last campaign, women's rights, women's rights, women's rights, women's health, where's the guy?
Yeah.
Where's the man?
Exactly. And that's what Mary Collins, the former director of the Women's Center, and the speaker, whose name I don't remember, at the the Women's Center banquet that they had last year, he was talking all about men. It is time, the women have been carrying the pro-life movement for too long. It's time for men to step up. And I don't blame men for this, but I'm sure they've felt too timid because the feminists have been saying for so long, oh, you don't have a uterus, you don't have a say. Well, first of all, as a pro-life woman, that's really offensive because it's like, hello, I've had babies, like, I think it's wrong. But no, men, if something's right, something is right, and anybody can say it regardless of gender. I think men really, really need to be able to just stop worrying about offending anybody and step up and say, no, this is wrong, because it is somebody's baby. It's always a man's baby that gets killed, and they should have a say, and they should also have a sense of responsibility for what they're doing.
So what's this generation, 2019, we got kids, let's see, kids that were born in the year 2000, they're 19 years old now, pushing 20. What's their viewpoint on this? Are they pro-life, pro-choice, or pro-abortion? Where do you see it overall?
Well, I'm 33, so I'm not super in touch with the younger people, but I have heard a lot that this is the most pro-life generation, that younger people are actually starting to be pro-life. I think a lot of that has to do with, I think things kind of ebb and flow. There's a lot of us were raised by the Woodstock generation, and then people are kind of tend to just rebel against their parents, and maybe because once you start to kind of look into these things, it's kind of hard to deny that that's really a baby. There's a lot of rhetoric and ideology behind pro-life or pro-choice beliefs, but maybe people are, for whatever reason, they've been touched in their life by somebody who has been hurt by abortion, or they've been hurt by abortion. I mean, it's happening to younger and younger women are being hooked into a lot of our schools' sex education programs are sponsored by Planned Parenthood. The school districts pick up these programs that Planned Parenthood designs, and abstinence-only education is a thing of the past in many places. So, I would like to be hopeful that as science progresses, as conservatism and pro-life ideology becomes kind of more counterculture and like cool, for lack of a better word, that younger generations will be inspired to pick up the torch and say, no, this has to stop. Like, this has been hurting women and taking human lives for far too long.
I was in Washington, D.C. back in 11 or 12, I forget, with Americans for Prosperity. And that's about the time that, I don't know if it was Planned Parenthood or who, but when they were starting to sell baby parts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I thought, we're sitting there in Washington like, what?
Yeah.
They're doing what? Now, that I have no words.
Yeah. It's just gaslighting.
It's called blood money, basically.
Yeah.
And that blood's on their hands. I would like to see the Christian church step up and talk more about these types of subjects.
But they're afraid to, because there's people out there that write checks to help support that church that may disagree with that.
And there again, the money trail.
It's the money trail.
I am a recent transplant as well from California.
Wow.
I've been here for 3 years, and honestly, I attended, as a Christian, a Planned Parenthood function. When I was working, I was an event coordinator, and one of the gals at work said, hey, I'm going to this, you want to go? Well, I thought it was my duty because I'm an event coordinator. I had never heard of the organization. And so how could I be a Christian all these years and not even hear Planned Parenthood? I knew nothing about it. So of course I confessed and repented after I learned what it was about. I just thought it was a way to learn about birth control and how to plan your family and so forth. So again, when a girl comes in to the center, they're loved on, they're made to feel worthy, they're made to feel like a person. Because
they come in feeling, ooh, I'm
they
dirty,
come
I'm
in
wrong, I'm
feeling
bad,
there's a crisis and there's a stigma around it. Sometimes they don't see any way out. What are my options? And they're really hoping you're going to say what they want to hear.
Well, wait till that baby's sitting in the high chair with a birthday cake and 2 candles sticking out of it, and they got it smeared all over their face, and you take, you know.
We
think of
have
what you're missing out on.
a wonderful program that once they come in and they get the pregnancy test, so it's confirmed. We have a program called Earn While You Learn, and that's where the mother and the father can earn money. It's called Mommy Dollars and Daddy Bucks, Mommy Money and Daddy Dollars. And they can buy from our boutique, our baby boutique, as they go through the program. And if they complete the program, they get a brand new crib that one of our donors donates. At a recent open house, or it was a meet and greet, we saw people's jaws drop when they saw that baby boutique.
Wow.
There's maternity clothes, there's everything you can think of to outfit a baby, including toys, and it's mind-boggling, actually. And so those women are shown, we give them referrals to all the compassionate nonprofits, and they're shown that, whoa, I do have options. I thought I had no option, and we live in a disposable society.
Yeah.
So that might be their first thought. But then we show them, no, this is a celebration. This is life and a celebration. And you thought you couldn't go to college or continue on to college.
Life doesn't
but
end
we
because you've
show
got an
you
infant.
Well, and
the ways.
If I can jump in, just because, I'm a young mom, I'm 33, I've got a 7 and a 5-year-old, and when we first got pregnant, me and my husband were living in Hawaii in a little cabin with no running water, no electricity, no cell service. We were basically bums. I mean, we did it by choice. We wanted to live a simple life, but getting pregnant, we were already married, so we had that commitment to each other, we had that commitment to the child. We didn't plan him. He came along, and now, after all these years, because we have children, we've had to work hard, we've had to learn responsibilities, we've had to learn how to budget, grocery shop, keep a house clean. Now we live in a nice 3-bedroom that we rent. I have a good job. I work at home. We homeschool our kids. He's always worked hard. It makes you, people in my generation, the millennials, are always complaining about learning how to adult. You learn by doing, and when you have a baby, you are the adult. You're not a kid anymore. You have, no matter what age you are. And I just love their program because it's through having a child that you really, when you could be my age and still kind of bum around and be like a teenager. But when you have a baby, you can't do that anymore. But that's what's great about it. It's like, I've heard that the early years of having babies are called like mommy boot camp, because you come out on the other end and you're like, wow, I'm so much more mature than I used to be, and it's all because out of necessity.
It's a growing situation. You grow with the child.
And so it's good for society. It's good for culture. It's good for people to learn to be in a family unit. The family unit is the strongest thing any country, any society has, and it's for that reason.
That's true. 7:48. Need to take another break. Be right back.
Sure, all mowers cut grass, but only a Ferris mower with suspension technology can provide you with increased productivity, quality of cut, durability, and comfort. The caster wheels and cutting deck are connected to the frame beneath the suspension. This lets the deck follow the wheels as they move up and down in relation to the ground contours. Maintaining the distance between the deck and the ground results in a beautiful, consistent cut. Visit your local Ferris dealer to experience the difference suspension makes.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is. Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox, safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. 4-wheel suspension, handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Bear Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
Are you ready for some football? Hometown TV is back with live football and the game of the week. Friday night, area high school football with announcer Bob Rechtenwald, bringing you the best in play-by-play. Visit hometowntv.net for schedule and show times. Plus, watch instant replay live from your mobile device, whether at the game or not, right here on K26 and XL7.
I've had back problems since about 98, and all the doctors want to do is put me on medicine. And I started coming here, and he started adjusting me. I can get up and walk a lot better. I don't have near as much pain. And the laser treatment he did on my neck and back, it helped my pain in my neck probably 75–80%. I'd recommend that for anybody that's got any kind of pain. It does wonders.
If you
7:52, finishing out the show for the week, and we're talking Right to Life. And one more time, it's almost, I got to read.
Informed Choices.
It's been Pregnancy Research Center for years.
Of the Ozarks.
Informed Choices.
Yes.
You know, during the break, we were talking about, I just throw it all out here. I've been a Southern Baptist all my life, and I was involved in a basketball program for several years, and I've told this on the air several times. But I was sitting down at Harold's Auto Parts one day drinking coffee, which I normally do about 4:15, 4:30 in the afternoon. One guy said, "Aren't you that announcer at that basketball program there at church?" "Yeah." I said, "Well, I wouldn't mind going to that church on Sunday." "Well, why not?" "Well, I had a Budweiser Saturday night." Let me find that in here where you can't go, because, and so it's like people are so afraid that they're going to be pointed out. That's not what it's about.
Yeah.
It's not what it's about. And how do we instill the fact that it's the pastor, priest, or minister is not going to say, you did, you're not going to be embarrassed. You're going to be loved, forgiven. Let's work through this. Yes, you may have a slight crisis now. 30 minutes from now, it may not seem like a crisis. And that's what you're doing, is working through.
Absolutely.
You're not pointing the finger at you, so you're holding the hand out and say, "Come here, let me help."
Let's look at this from God's perspective.
Yeah.
And when you have Jesus on your side, the odds are stacked for you, not against you.
Amen.
It's a starting place to move up.
Because when I was a kid, and I joke about this, Easter Sunday is so special. But yet, we had to have a shirt, a tie, a vest, a coat, new shoes, new socks. I was miserable. Because I don't dress. You can tell I really dress up. Wrinkles were fatal in the day. Did you see Helen Jones? She had a wrinkle in her body. Oh my goodness. Come on, let's stop this stuff. Who cares? And so now we've got it to the point now where you have a girl wanting to hide the fact that she's pregnant and not married. I need to sneak in and have an abortion. Folks, salvage the child, save the child.
Absolutely.
See what I'm trying to say here? It's not the end of the world.
Well, and it's that fine line. You know, I was pontificating about how important it is to pressure young men to take responsibility for women, but we have to make sure that we're upholding biblical values without shunning those who don't, because the biblical values, the whole point of it is Jesus. Jesus is at the center, and we can't be perfect. We cannot not sin. That's why we need Jesus.
Let me see, was Jesus' mother married at his time?
And that's such a great example because it's believed
because
that
it points
she was,
out that the child is worth
yes,
everything as compared to the certificates say, yes, they are.
Yeah.
The point is, they are the most valuable asset of God because He shed His blood. That's the highest price that could be paid for everyone. It's available to everyone.
Absolutely.
So,
and yet He says, suffer not the little children, come unto me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So, you know, there's a lot to be taught and a lot to be, what's the word? Yeah, and like again, the church is, well, you know, I could preach, well, then so ain't gonna write that big check that we need coming in on the 50. You know, I'm sorry, folks, I'm just telling you how it is.
And it's the Lord's church. He
Wrong
provides.
is wrong, right is right. Whether or not you get a $13,000 check or $13.87 written out on the check and the offering plate, you know, it's time to stand up for some of these values.
Absolutely.
Yes. I'm happy to say that we opened a new center in Harrison.
Really?
As
I
well.
saw that somewhere, yeah.
Yes. So now we have the Harrison community, and our programs are solely we are solely gifted by generous donations that come from Harrison communities and Mountain Home communities. We do get an awesome grant from the Right to Life folks, but other than that, we are a 501c3 that operates on donations.
Oh,
so
good.
no
Where
state or government.
What's the address? So send a check to?
Oh, geez, it's a P.O. box. And I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry. I have our street address, but...
yeah, I know it's on 3rd Street. Let's see, is it under Informed?
Informed Choices. And that's probably all you need. And while you're looking that up, I'll just let you know that
It's got it down as 312 East 3rd. Do they not deliver mail?
That's correct. Yeah, they don't.
They don't? Okay.
No. So there is a P.O. box. But the phone number is 870-424-4673.
Call the number and then we can get that address so a check can be sent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I did want to announce that we have another program for those men and women who have experienced the abortion situation. And that is our abortion recovery program, headed up by a coordinator that has 25 years experience in this field. So we're in a healing ministry, compassionate ministry, and people are healed.
Good.
People are healed, and they're shown the way that Jesus looks at it. It's a supernatural miracle place, I'm telling you. When lives are transformed.
It's good.
Yes.
There's a lot more information we could talk about, but
yes,
it's good that we've covered these topics. It's I remember the late 60s, the early 70s, the Equal Rights Amendment movement and all this stuff. I have no problem with somebody that's female making more money than me at the same job if they can do a better job. I mean, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Okay? But when it comes down to this abortion issue, you know, we've got it too far out of hand. You know, it's just how much?
1 minute.
Wow. Well, that went fast.
Can I
yeah, sure.
quickly? So we really need volunteers for our fair booth when we're talking about educating people.
Okay.
One of the big things we do every year is set up a booth at the Baxter County Fair, and anybody who's interested in volunteering could check us out on Facebook, Baxter County Right to Life, or call me 870-736-0503. We really need volunteers, and we need to get our Facebook page to grow so people know that we're there. A lot of people don't actually know that there is a Baxter County Right to Life, so we just want to reach people. So anybody watching or listening, if they could,
we'll do that. Send me updates. You got
Facebook.
My cell number and stuff.
I will. Yeah.
The Lord has opened our floodgates too. We need volunteers, advocates to love on these women.
Okay, we'll spread the word. Thanks for being here, everybody.
Thank you so much
yeah,
for having
a lot of
us.
fun,
It was
a
a
lot
pleasure.
of information, and hope everybody has a great weekend. And I know we've hit y'all with a lot of information today, but it needed to come out. So have a nice
Amen.
weekend. See you on Monday.